Welcome back to Trail Tales. In this video, I'm going to show you an easy yet greatly rewarding hike in Zion National Park. If you're planning a trip to Zion, or just enjoy the great outdoors, then this video is for you. The Watchman is a mountain in Zion, standing 1,995 meters tall and towering some 240 meters above its neighbors. It is a very prominent peak. This trail doesn't take us to the summit. The maps don't show any routes up there, and the routes that there are all class 4 and 5, which means you'll need climbing equipment to get up there. With that said, our planned hike is 4.8 kilometers out and back to the Watchman Overlook Point, during which we should gain some 180 meters of elevation, so not too difficult. We were starting this hike in the morning while the air was cool and there was plenty of shade along the way. It's a great first hike to become acquainted with the park. The trailhead featured in this video is located right next to the Zion Visitor Center. You don't need to take the bus to get there, just follow the signs. This short walk to the trailhead will take you past a campsite and a bus stop. Once you leave the road, things get very peaceful very quickly. You're largely shielded from the bustle of the visitor center by rocks and trees, and before long, you'll forget they were ever there. The red earth contrasts starkly with the verdant flora growing all around you. Countless species of wildflowers were in bloom when we visited in late May. The desert really felt alive. Be sure to keep an eye on where you place your feet. Little lizards scuttled to and fro across the path, likely looking for breakfast or a safe spot in the sun to bask. For the first half of the ascent, we were walking towards the giant cliffs, always looming over us, growing larger with every step. Their colourful strata, for which Zion is so famous, standing tall. The trail is well defined, but quite uneven in many places. So if you are going to look around at the majestic mountains that surround you, I suggest taking a break, pulling over to one side, and standing still. For most of the hike so far, the Watchman had been ever present, keeping an eye on our progress as we made our way ever closer. Suddenly, the path took a hard right. The Watchman was hidden behind the lookout point we were headed towards. We were now facing the other side of the valley. The reds and yellows of the colourful cliffs, boosted by the golden rays beaming down on them from above. It's not particularly challenging, but I've been a bit out of breath because it's very hot.
Yeah, that's what we're thinking is why we're out of breath. But you are going uphill the entire way, so it definitely is, you'll be out of breath.
Yeah.
But the entire time you'll have this beautiful view of the landscape, which you can see from the visitor center, but you get just epic landscape.
Yeah.
So that is really nice, and you kind of forget how tired you are as you're going.
Yeah. When the cliffs are right next to you, it's easier to get some sense of scale. But past a certain point, it's hard to get a sense of just how big everything is here. Words and pictures only do so much. It can really only be felt in the moment, and I really hope you can experience it too. We finally reached the Watchman Overlook, which is a small loop atop a small mesa, jutting out of the now familiar cliffs we'd followed for most of the way. There, to our right, we were afforded a grand view right down the valley, a reward that far exceeded our efforts to earn it. Behind us was the Watchman, waiting for us to turn around and greet him. This too was a spectacle in itself, once again a huge payoff for just 45 minutes of hiking. We stopped, swapping cameras with other happy hikers to take photos for each other with the Watchman, taking a few deep breaths of the crisp desert air and a few last looks at the view before heading back down to the visitor center.
Have I ever told you how nice the shade is?
Only all the time.
Yeah. The views are beautiful at the top. You do get the one like landscape view kind of all the way along, but you get the best view of Watchman from the top there, so that is worth it.
It's a very low effort, high reward hike. So if you have 2 hours to kill, highly recommend doing it. It's right by the visitor center, super easy to get to.
So you don't have to take a shuttle yet, which is nice for this one. Yeah.
In the end, we hiked 4.84 kilometers, gained 182 meters of elevation. We were moving for about an hour and 20 minutes. We were stopped at the top for another 10, for a total time of 90 minutes. This is definitely an easy hike. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like and letting us know in the comments what your thoughts on the hike are. And if you'd like to see more content like this, please consider subscribing.